as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all. Peak flow. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Steady. To the letter, right? Turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets? But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Houston Texans. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Cousins on first down. This is taken in by Chad Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
They run. Cook. He'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
And this is caught at the 8. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. James Washington, his 9th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. carry for Nick Chubb. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys and continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, man.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Darian O'Daniel, 3rd-round pick in 2018, made the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Here's Cousins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Here's Watson. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
And watch that. And watch the ball. 31.
From the gun, here's Watson. And that will be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. Play action now. Cousins. And Cook has it, left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Back to the ground, this time Cook.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And that is going to be incomplete. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And the Bears will get the football back. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Watson now to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And right side, Henry's got it. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And his throw here is incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, but now it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny? When we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They start the drive with Cook, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 27, Cousins. He finds Yeldon. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Throwing is Cousins. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
They're on 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now it's Watson. Forced out to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Check. 56. Watch the run.
Mark 56.
Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10. They begin this drive with Chubb, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
56. Under 10. 10. Hey, 31. Line up.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Daron Payne able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go play action. Cousins. He's going to launch it for Washington. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. James Washington. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that pushes the lead up to 11. after the touchdown. He'll kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throw to the right, taken in by Barrios.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Here's Watson. Steps away to his left. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Let's go.
Out of the gun, Watson. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Aaron Lynch in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. On 3rd down, Cousins. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Ryan Allen now, as he's on to punt for Houston. Pulled in at the 24. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you.
And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson, he's going to fire one deep over them. He's got a man, complete. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. 78 yards as his guys are back within a single score. McManus's point after is good, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player? Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
To the right side and complete to Washington. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good pickup there, a 22. First down, here's Cousins. Man open left side, it's Williams. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. And the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Cousins to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Cousins again. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Williams. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row. Cousins now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. And it's caught. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take a win.
They'll run with Cook. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. Watson now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10. A toss play to Chubb. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Here we go, let's bring it. Alert! Let's go. Alert, alert! You go tight.
Now on 2nd and 13. Watson. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, but now it'll be 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
50 seconds or more. 50 seconds.
3rd and long. It's Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Well, the drive starts with a completion, left side. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. 2nd straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm scared.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. But it's brought in by Washington. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Cousins. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. The sack by Darian O'Daniel, the linebacker from Clemson. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted. Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, of that marker. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Watson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he's got his target. That's Moore. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that? His pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson, and they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right? It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Texans push further out in front. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Watson. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Watson. This one left side caught by Barrios. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. On 2nd down now. It's Montgomery. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. deep into Houston territory. And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 13. And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Back now in Houston. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 12 yards there and a first down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Deshaun Watson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears get a bit closer. They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. And that will get them 1 closer. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it with Williams. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Leave it, bring up 48.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. And he finds Cook. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 2nd down, it's Cook. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
Cook following the penalty. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 2nd and goal, Cousins. And Cook has it, left side. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. This will be caught just inside the 10. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory.
Listen to me. 59's Mike, 59's Mike. Check, 59.
They gonna need
Working out of the gun, Cousins to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jabal Sheard in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? And he's gonna go down again. Give the sack to Barkevious Mingo, the former number 6 pick. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed